talking monkey.
So the next segment of the program will be the offering of the greetings to Maharaj. And
I am so glad you all obeyed his instruction to appear. This temple is so vibrant and alive when you are here, and it is just not the same around here when you are gone. Either in, on of your Pada Yatra or on the GBC business, we missed you terribly when you are not in Toronto. Maharaj, I also wanted to appreciate your enthusiasm for getting everyone engaged in service to Shri Shirada Kishore Gopinath. Old, young, male, female, regular attendant to the temple, or just a casual on, they all get inspired by you and they benefit so much for engaging in various activities you direct them to do. And to put together a play, it is sometimes hard to believe that the whole play was put together in a matter of days, not weeks or months.
So he wrote, Beloved Gurudev, Ananta Dandav Koti Dandavat at your lotus feet, Jai Jai Shila Prabhupada, Jai Jai Bhakti Swami Maharaj. For the past 20 years I have tried to praise you in this sweet occasion of your Vyasa Puja. However, I never really felt satisfied. I always felt that I failed in accomplishing that, but this year it is extremely easy for me because I'm going to use the words of your godbrother, His Holiness Indrayumna Swami. During the discourse given during the Guru Purnima festival in Dallas, he asked the audience, do you know Bhakti Marg Swami? The answer was, yeah. Then he said, what a sadhu, he's so humble. Dear Guru Maharaj, indeed you're a great sadhu because you're always very strict with yourself and very, very lenient with others. You're extremely humble because you're always ready to respect everyone, but never expect any respect for yourself. Thank you for existing and thank you for tolerating me all these years. Your dirty, useless dog, Gora Chandra Das.
Please accept my humble obeisance. I'll go to Gura and Goranga. Arlen and I want to wish you the very best on your birthday. We wish we could be there to spend the day with you and your other disciples, but we still seem to be out here in BC. I've written a poem for you that expresses some of how you affect us, and I believe perhaps some of your other disciples and well-wishers might feel the same way. I hope it expresses just a fragment of how we see you. Hare Krishna, your servants, Lynn and Arlen. Sorry. When our Guru comes to see us. When our Guru comes to see us, it is interesting how that makes us feel. It is as if our very cells begin to vibrate and we start to feel even more alive than we did before. We have read the scriptures and sometimes we wonder how. How can there be this magic that is spoken of that's just God's presence incarnate?
This is from His Grace Pragosh Das. Pragosh is the GBC for Ireland, England, and Scotland and Wales. And he's a jolly fellow who just loves to get involved in kirtan, and when we're in Mayapur, he's in Maharaj's plays as some of the lead roles, and he's
belly dance.
yeah, he's really a special devotee, so he wanted to contribute. Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. It is an honor for me to say a few words on the occasion of your Vyas Puja. One of the highlights for me every year is the Gaur Purnim Festival in Mayapur, and one of the highlights of the Gaur Purnim Festival for me is working with you to put on as best a show as possible for the pilgrims from the main stage. Observing how you work with all varieties of devotees, encouraging and enthusing one and all, it's very enlivening and also extremely comforting. As sentient beings, we crave love and affection that is free from motive and exploitation. My experience is that you do extend such love and affection, and this is arguably the most important service that a Vaishnava can render to society. There is nothing more natural than for people to offer respect and appreciation to a Vaishnava who performs such a valuable service, and that is why you are held in such high regard in our society. Of course, being the recipient of such honor is also a challenge, and the associated pitfalls have been well documented throughout the history of mankind. However, this challenge is something that you are certainly managing very expertly and perhaps have conquered altogether. Either way, I stand alongside many, many other devotees who wish for nothing other than your continuing with your most valuable service to society. Your servant, Pragosh Das. And to Canada, but mostly to you. And I very much appreciate your feedback and input to help me keep everything in perspective. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. This is an offering from Brihad Midanga Prabhu to Maharaj. It was forwarded to Vrindavan Das, but unfortunately he couldn't be here today. So, dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances and the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to your divine grace on the most auspicious day of your appearance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, that is the relation between spiritual master and the student. Not that the spiritual master, because he has officially accepted the post of spiritual master, he should remain as. He should accept the students also as his spiritual master. This is the reciprocation. Prabhu, everyone would address the other as Prabhu. Officially, one may be a spiritual master, but on the spiritual platform, there is no such difference. But officially, the custom is that the spiritual master is considered in the place of Supreme Lord, and therefore he is given such respect. But the spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, thinks that I am your disciple. I'm your disciple. And practical example I have seen, our Guru Maharaj, when we offered him obeisances, he used to return to me, Daso Asmi, I'm your servant. He used to return to me this way, I'm your servant. Srila Prabhupada lecture on Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 2066-96 in New York on the 21st of November 1966. I feel your natural humility